welcome. Today we're going to go through a simple flow. This is a sequence that's good for yogis of any level of experience. We're just going to warm up the bodies, get moving a little bit. We'll work a bit into the hip flexors. So especially if you work in a job where you're sitting all day, this will be a really nice sequence for you. So we're going to start in a seated position. If you're here and you feel that your spine is rounding and you can't sit up straight, take a block or a pillow or something, put it underneath you, prop yourself up so you can sit with a nice tall spine. If this is still uncomfortable, you're welcome to kneel down if you prefer. So we're just going to warm up a little bit here, roll the shoulders back, and we'll start with a few deep breaths. So shoulders back and down. Go ahead and close your eyes. Sit up nice and tall. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Feel the shoulders relax. Again, inhale through the nose. Full belly, full lungs. And exhale, sigh it out. Releasing any tension, any distraction. One more time, inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Bring your focus, bring your attention to your mat, to your body, to your breath, to your practice. And let's go ahead and get started. So you can bring the eyes gently back open if they're still closed. We'll start with some lateral bending here. So let's place the right hand down on the mat and inhale, bring the left arm up overhead. Reach up toward the ceiling and then lean and stretch to the right. You can move this right arm out as far as you need to. You can even come down onto your forearm if that's more comfortable. Make sure that this left hip stays planted on the floor though. Good. So wherever you need to be, keep the chest open to the front of the room. Keep reaching up and reaching over so you don't collapse through the upper body here. And then inhale, gently come back up, and we'll switch sides. Left hand down, right arm reaches up toward the ceiling, and then over to the left. Good. Make sure the right hip is staying planted on the floor, and then spin this right shoulder back a little bit so that you stay open to the front of the room. As you inhale, reach up, and exhale, lean over a little bit more. And then inhale, come back up. Both arms down by your side. Good. Let's take the left hand to the right knee now. The right hand comes back behind the back. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, straight spine. Exhale, we're going to twist around to the right. So gently look back over your right shoulder. Relax your shoulders down toward the floor. Every inhale, sit up nice and tall. And exhale, pull the belly in and twist around. We're still warming up here, so it doesn't have to be an intense twist. And then inhale, slowly, gently come back to the front. And we'll do the other side. So left arm behind the back, right hand to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, gently twist around to the left. And look back over your left shoulder. Inhale, straighten the spine. Exhale, pull the belly in. And then inhale, gently come back to center. Very nice. All right, let's come on to all fours now for some cat-cow. Excuse me, Yogi, you're going to have to move, buddy. Thank you. That was a very nice snuggle. All right, so we're going to come on to all fours with the wrists underneath the shoulders and the knees directly underneath the hips. So roll the shoulders down away from the ears. Keep the core nice and tight. Take an inhale breath, drop the belly, lift the chest and tailbone, shine the chest forward, look forward. Exhale, press the ground away, round through the spine, let the head drop down. Pull the belly button in. And then inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest and tailbone. And exhale, press the ground away. Round through the spine. Let the head be heavy. Last one. Inhale, drop the belly. Lift the chest. Look forward. Tailbone lifts up toward the ceiling. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, round through the spine. Create as much space between you and the floor as you can. Press the hands and knees into the floor. Pull the belly button in. And inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Good. Let's tuck the toes. Press back through the hands as we lift the hips to the sky and find ourselves in a downward facing dog. Move the feet, move the hands however you need to set up a nice comfortable downward facing dog here. And then let's walk the knees out. So just bending one knee and then the other. Shimmy the hips around a little bit. Again, we're still warming up the body, so we want to stretch out through the back of the legs and the low back. Good. And then we'll settle in here, reach both heels down toward the floor, lift the hips to the sky, let the head relax down as you gaze back between your knees. Try to keep your spine as straight as possible. You can bend your knees a little bit if you're having a hard time keeping your spine straight. Take a nice big inhale here. Exhale, walk the feet forward to the hands. Inhale, bring the hands to the shins, lift up halfway to a straight spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring the arms out, around and up, press through the feet and come all the way up to stand. Arms overhead, exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Wonderful. Inhale, now let's take the arms up overhead. Exhale, we're going to forward fold. Come all the way down, let the head hang heavy. Let's just stay here for a moment, rock back and forth. Nod the head yes and no. You can even grab onto your opposite elbows if you want. Take a moment here to just decompress through the spine. Good. Let's take one more breath here. Inhale. And exhale, relax. Good. Then release the arms if you're holding onto your elbows. On an inhale breath, we're going to lift up halfway. So come back to that straight spine. Exhale, let's plant the hands and step the right foot back. So we're coming into a low lunge here. We're going to drop the right knee, untuck the toes, move that left foot forward a little bit if you need to. We want to keep the knee directly over the ankle. Roll the shoulders back and down. Lift the chest. So we want the spine to be nice and long here. We want space so that we can continue to take in nice, deep, full breaths. If you need a little bit more space, you can bring some blocks in and place the blocks underneath your hands. Good. And then just take a moment here. Use your exhale breath to relax through the hips. Let the front side of that right hip gently relax down toward the floor. Keep the chest lifted. And keep focusing on your breath here. And stay here for 2 more breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. Relax the hips. One more inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, relax the hips. Very good. All right, let's sweep the arms forward and up now. So you might want to take your blocks out of your way. Sweep the arms forward and up. We're going to lift up into our low lunge now. So press down into your left foot and your right knee. Lift the chest up. Relax the shoulders. You can have your arms straight up, or if this is hard on your neck and shoulders, you can even come down to cactus arms. Good. And try to keep the ribs in. So try not to splay forward too much right now. We're trying to stay lifted through the torso, tighten the core, press down through the left foot and the knee so the legs are active and engaged. Very nice. One more big breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Let's sweep the arms behind the back, interlock the fingers, and then gently reach the knuckles down toward your right heel. So now we're opening up through the chest, getting a stretch through the shoulders. Good. Let's lift the chest toward the ceiling. You can even look up at the sky if you want to. Careful with your balance. Keep pressing down into the floor with your foot and your knee. Very good. And then release your hands. Bring your arms up overhead. Big inhale. And then exhale. Bring the hands down to the mat. We're going to tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and then step the front foot forward, or the back foot forward. Good. Inhale. Let's come into a half lift again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring the arms out, around, and up. Come up to stand. And exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Inhale, arms come up over the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift, hands to shins or thighs. Exhale, plant the hands. Now we're going to step the left foot back and find our low lunge. So let the knee come down, untuck the toes, and then move that right foot forward a little bit if you need to. Again, making sure that the ankle is directly underneath the knee. Roll the shoulders back and down. Lift up through the chest. Make sure you can get a full breath of air. And again, you can bring the blocks in if you want to. Press your hands into the blocks. You can even take them up to a higher level. Just make sure that you can breathe fully. Relax your shoulders. And relax the front side of this left hip down toward the floor. Good. And we're just going to stay here for a few breaths. Use the exhale to relax that hip down. So as we inhale into the belly, we create space. And then as we exhale, we relax down, we move into that space. Good. One more breath here. Very nice. Then we're going to take the blocks away, sweep the arms forward and up. We're going to lift up into our low lunge now. So again, make sure that the ribs stay in, not out like this. So keep the core engaged, tailbone reaching down, press down into the right foot, the left knee, relax the shoulders, lift the chest, and hold it here. Find a point in front of you to fix your gaze and let your eyes focus there. It will help with concentration and with balance. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale, sweep the arms behind the back, interlock the fingers. Reach knuckles down toward the floor and lift the chest up. Again, you can keep your eyes looking forward if you want to, or you can lift your chin toward the ceiling and look up. Good. If you start to lose your balance, press your right foot and left knee into the floor. Engage through the legs. A solid foundation is what we need to keep our balance. Keep breathing. Good. And then inhale, bring the arms up overhead. And exhale, plant the hands down onto the mat. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, step the back foot forward. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring the arms out, around and up. Come all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step the right foot back again. This time, we're coming into a high lunge, so don't drop the knee down. Keep the back heel facing the ceiling. Stay up on the toes. Good, then lift up through the chest. Press down into the left foot and the right toes. Here we should be able to even pick up the hands and then sweep the arms forward and up. coming into a high lunge. Good. Now our legs are really working. So if you get here and you decide it's a little bit too much for your legs, you can always drop down into a low lunge. Nothing wrong with that. So stay here. If you can, relax your shoulders. Eyes fixed on a point in front of you. Focus your gaze. Good. Then we're going to bring our hands to prayer at heart center. And we're going to twist to the left. So bring the chest toward the left. And you can stay here if that's enough of a twist for you. Or you can bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Press your hands into one another and use that pressure to spin your chest open to the left. Maybe one day the center of your chest will be in line with your two hands. And you can keep your gaze out past your fingers if you want, or you can turn your head and look at the ceiling. Careful with your balance here. Good. Engage the legs. The back leg is still engaged and powerful here, active. Very nice. And then on your next inhale breath, let's come back up to center. So untwist. Inhale, arms up overhead, and exhale, plant the hands to frame the front foot. Good. Then we're going to step the back foot forward, coming to meet the front foot again. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring the arms out, around, and up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive down. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back now, finding our high lunge on the other side. So again, pressing down firmly into this right foot and into the left toes. The left heel is facing the ceiling. Legs are active and engaged. Then at this point, we should be able to pick up the hands. The core is engaged, and then we sweep the arms forward and up. Ooh, it's okay if you lose your balance. It happens. Good. Relax the shoulders. Look forward. Make sure that this front knee is directly over the ankle as well, not falling in or out and not coming too far forward. Knee over the ankle. Relax the shoulders. Keep the ribs knit in. Take a few breaths here. Really building some heat now. Good. And then let's bring the hands to prayer at heart center. And we're going to twist to the right. So turn and look to the right. Shift your chest to the right side of the room, and then you can stay here or bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Press the hands against one another. Gently spin the chest toward the right side of the room. Maybe one day the center of your chest will come in line with your hands. Keep the legs engaged and active here. Keep the core tight so the belly, the abdominal muscles are still working here. Good. Take a few deep breaths. And then inhale, come back up to center. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down to frame the front foot. Bring the back foot forward to meet the front. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring the arms out, around, and up. And exhale, hands come to prayer at heart center. Well done, everyone. Let's take it down onto the floor now for a little bit. So inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back. And we're just going to come into a child's pose now. So drop the knees down, untuck the toes, sit the hips back to the heels. Bring the forehead down to rest on the mat. Extend the arms out away from you. And take a few deep breaths here. Breathe deep into the belly. Reconnect with the breath. Try to relax the shoulders, relax the head and neck, relax the hips down toward the heels. Good. And then walk the hands back, place the hands underneath the shoulders, and press yourself up to a seated position. Very nice. All right. So we're going to roll over onto our backs. Plant the left foot down on the floor. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. Flex the right toes. And then this might be enough for you. You can just stay here if that's enough of a stretch. You might want to take your right hand and gently push your thigh away. Remember that we don't want any pain in the knee. So if you feel anything in the knee, you've gone too far, back out a little bit. So you can, if you want to, gently push the thigh away, or if you still want a little bit more stretch, you can pick up the right foot, grab onto the back of the left foot, and grab onto the back of the left thigh, and then pull the left knee in toward you. And try to relax through the hips here as much as you can. So take a big inhale into the belly. Exhale, relax. Inhale, create space. Exhale, gently move into that space. So maybe you can pull in a little bit farther. Maybe not, and that's okay. Deep, even breaths. Good. And then gently let the left leg come back down. Uncross the right foot. Place the right foot on the floor, and then we're going to cross the left ankle over the right knee. Flex the left toes here. Maybe that's enough. Stay there if it is. Maybe you want to gently push this left thigh away from you and get a little bit more stretch. Or maybe you want to pick up the right foot, grab onto the back of the right thigh, and relax back down. If you're here holding onto the thigh, try to relax your shoulders down toward the mat. Good. And then maybe gently push the left knee away from you a little bit. Inhale into the belly, create space with the breath. Exhale, relax, release through the hips and thighs, and maybe you can move into that space a little bit. Good. Let's take one more breath here. And then gently let the right foot come back down to the floor. Uncross the left ankle. Very nice. Let's take both legs now and stretch the heels up toward the ceiling. So extend through the legs. You can leave your hands here on your belly or have your arms down by your side if you want. Flex the toes, so pull the toes back toward the face. Push the heels up to the sky. Keep the lower back in contact with the floor. So the belly is kind of pressing down toward the spine, toward the floor. Shoulders relaxed. Extend the heels up. If you have a slight bend in your knees, that's okay. If you get too much of a stretch through the back of the legs, the slight bend is okay. Otherwise, you can just keep pressing your heels up to the ceiling. Focus on the breath. One more breath here. Big inhale. Exhale, bend the knees and pull the knees in toward the chest. So grab onto the knees with either hand. Maybe you want to rock side to side here a little bit. Good. And then interlock the fingers around the right knee. Extend the left leg out onto the floor. And then we're going to take this right knee and pull it off to the right just a little bit, and then down toward the shoulder. The idea here is that we just want to come around the rib cage so that we don't press the thigh directly into the ribs. Good. So bring the knee down toward the shoulder. Relax the shoulders down toward the floor. If this left calf muscle wants to come up away from the ground, then just flex the left toes. Press the calf down. Take some deep breaths here. Into the belly. Exhale, relax through the hip. let's do the other side. So extend the right leg out in front of you on the floor and bring the left knee in, out to the side, and then down toward the shoulder. Both shoulders relaxed, both elbows resting in toward the center of the body. The head and jaw are relaxed. And again, if this right calf muscle is coming up off the floor, then you can just flex the right toes and gently press the calf muscle back down. Deep breaths in and out of the belly. In and out through the nose. Relaxing, releasing with the exhale. And then gently release the left leg, extend it out in front of you and down onto the floor. And then we're going to settle into our final Shavasana. So let the toes flop out to the side, the arms relax down beside you, palms facing up. Maybe even pull your shoulder blades in underneath you a little bit. Close your eyes and reconnect with the breath. Let your attention rest on your breath. Every inhale and every exhale. You can take a couple of cleansing breaths here if you want to help you relax. Make sure you're not holding on to any tension anywhere. Relax through the hips, the shoulders, the jaw. So if you want to, you can inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, side out. Relax down into the mat. And do a couple more like that if you want to, and then let your breath find its natural rhythm. Feel the connection of the body on the mat. Feel the arms sinking down into the floor. Imagine that your mat is like a hammock, and you're just sinking down into it. We'll take a moment here in Shavasana. And if your mind tries to wander away, gently acknowledge whatever thoughts are distracting you, and then let them go as you gently pull your attention back to your breath. And stay with the breath as long as you can. And letting go of each distraction as it pops up. And then let's gently wiggle the fingers and toes. Roll out the wrists and the ankles. Let a little movement come back into the body. Take an inhale breath as we stretch the arms out overhead like we're waking up in the morning. Then exhale, roll over onto your side. Pull your knees in gently. You can use your arm like a pillow here if you want. Take a moment, take a breath, and then slowly, gently press yourself up to a seated position. And come to sit with a tall spine. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. Wishing you light and love in the rest of your day. Namaste.